Hello, my name is Deborah, and I'm going to demonstrate how Comparex can be used to create test data by extracting selected records. The filter-in command, together with the COPYDIFF command, will be used to perform this function in a batch job, which you see on the screen. In this example, records containing a C in column 15 and 1996 in column 8 will be extracted to create the test dataset. I'm going to explain some of the DDs and parameters used in this batch job. SysUT1 is the baseline or old file. In this example, SysUT1 is not used as we're just extracting records based on the filter in. SysUT2 is the test or new file that is compared to the SysUT1 or old file. SysUT2 cannot be the dummy dataset as this is the comparison dataset. In this example, this would result in no records written to SysUT3. SysUT3 will contain the differing records following comparison processing. In this example, since no SysUT1 exists, the records selected from SysUT2 based on the filter-in statements will be written to this SysUT3 dataset. This example uses two filter-in commands. Filter-in specifies which records will be passed to the comparison routine. If the record passes the test of the first filter-in statement, it will be passed to the next filter-in statement. If no further filter statements exist, the record goes to the comparison routine for processing. Any record failing a filter test will not be passed to the comparison routines, and Comparex will then read the next records in SysUT1 and SysUT2. This first filter-in statement looks for a character C in column 15. If the record passes this test, then Comparex passes the record to this second filter-in statement, which looks for character 1996 in column 8. If the record passes neither test, Comparex reads the next record. Since no SysUT1 exists, the records selected based on the filter-in commands will be written to SysUT3. The format statement controls how the output will be displayed. Formatting is controlled by two digits X and Y. X, or the first digit, specifies whether hexadecimal, alphanumeric, or ditto format will be used. The default is IBM hexadecimal format. Y, or the second digit, determines how the SysUT records are interleaved with SysUT2 records. In my example, format 15, 1 means that alphanumeric format will be used, with 5 meaning that the full display of SysUT1 will be interleaved with differing lines of SysUT2. Difference will be underscored with dashes. COPYDIFF specifies the differing records from the compare of SysUT1 records to SysUT2 records are written to SysUT3. Now let's look at the output of the executed job. Your filter statements will be displayed, and you'll see here the data sets you specified for SysUT1, 2, and 3, and to the right, the dataset attributes of those data sets. You'll see the format equal 15 statement, and down here, you're going to be given statistics of how the records process with those filter-in statements. So there were a total of 9 records in the data set, and all 9 of them passed the first filter in. For the second filter in, only 3 of the 9 records passed. And those records are written here at the top in alphanumeric format. And they were also written to this SysUT3 data set, as you see here. I hope that this demonstration will help you create Comparex jobs that you can use in your environment.